What's up? It's your boy Jacob back at you with another DD2 episode, guys. And a little update. Since, uh, I made quite a bit of progress. I'm Ascension level 51 now. I believe it's 51. Yeah, 51. And I got a couple new characters. Because I like having variety in a tower defense game, the different tower varieties, all that good stuff. So we got different characters, and instead of just the four original, the Huntress, the Monk, the Squire, and who is it there? Huntress, Monk, Squire, and the Apprentice. Yeah, that's it. So I got myself an Eevee, Series EV2, because I like the manufacturer upgrades. Well, the manufacturer tower she can lay down. It's pretty cool. I really like that. And I got some new pets. I got the little robot kitty cat. I'm working on that one. Another one I got that's new. So I got the Lavamancer because I thought he was pretty cool. I plan on trying to talk too fast. I plan on making these new characters I got into DPS characters and wall wall characters. Just because of their wall and tower defense, I might as well say. But the Lavamancer has a volcano, which is pretty cool. It can attack multiple targets, whether they're land or air. I thought that was pretty useful. So another one I got is the Mystic. I really like this character for a couple reasons. She's close range and she's, actual ranged combat. She has a Slash Out ability which greatly poisons. She has this ability. Summons a giant snake and it's supposed to confuse the enemies and such. Got this one. When you hit a enemy with it and kill him, it spawns like a tower. Sadly, I don't know. It only spawns, you can only have one at a time till it, disappears. But maybe there's a shard to allow you to have more. Who knows? But one thing I really like about this character, well, a couple things actually, other than her abilities and attacks. She got this. So when you kill enough enemies, that big red cobra will start breathing tons of flames at enemies. And this is a blockade, but it does a lot of things. Like it bubbles up enemies no matter where you are across the level or map you're playing on. It can give you a shield, and it does something else too. I forget though. But yeah, it has does 2 or 3 things. Plus it's a blockade, and it attacks, so can't complain there, not one bit. Then she's got these things, which are pretty cool. Do constant damage. The range on them's pretty nice, and that's without any deadly strikes or upgrades. I have no relics equipped to this character yet, because I'm trying to get her to level 50. Let's see here. Then there's these ones which actually can bubble up to a couple, multiple enemies at a time, and their range is not bad. But I do want to get a deadly strike shard for this tower, and it's also a blockade, which is nice. So, pretty useful stuff. But yeah, in this episode, guys, I'm going to show you I'm going to show you guys my strategy for grinding out Chaos 1 Incursion. Yeah, the Chaos 1 Incursion Gridblocks Horde. So once we're there, guys, I'll see you guys there, and I'll start setting up the defense. Here we are, everyone, on Chaos 1 Incursions, Gridblocks Horde. And I find, this is not a bad place to grind out Chaos 1. So, what we're going to do is we're going to switch up our characters a little bit here. I'm going to need my I decided to make the Huntress my DPS character, because I really like the bow, like the weapon she uses, and I like her abilities like the Phoenix and the oil thing she throws. It like slows them and does decent damage. But yeah, we're gonna need. Let's see here. EV2 is gonna have to go there, and let's see here for a second. Actually, I better just put my monk back on there so I don't forget. But yeah, I will be switching back to my mystic, just so I can, you know, work on leveling her up. But I am gonna use one of her towers in here, just for the hell of it. So, let's start this up. We're gonna put down our Skelly Bob walls. I like these walls. And they've gotten pretty strong, you know, with some of the stuff I've been finding for them. So here we go, we're gonna put them to the test. Because I've ran this a few times and, you know, it works out pretty good. Gonna get our EV2 here. Now we're gonna put only one on this lane, because, you know, we only have 600 defense limit to work with. But this strategy works every time, long as you're, you know, main priority is wall repairs. Long as you stay on top of that, no problems. Victory every time. So we're gonna put one right about, I don't know, right about here. And then you see these little rocks here by this big rock? I'm gonna put it as far as I can right on top of that one. So I do have a couple of shards, like for example I have one that is increasing the defense power of these. Just so you guys can see the stats real quick there. And also I got a shard, the Deadly Strike shard in this one, which increases their range. That's why, you know, they cover so much ground each node. I know there is a shard, but I don't know which chaos tier you get it from. That increases how many nodes a weapon manufacturer can place. That'd be pretty cool, that. So now we're gonna go over here to this guy. I'm gonna put this one here. Gonna do one about there. And to get the most effect out of these, you know, the most use, we're gonna put one there. And then we're gonna put one right about there. See, I like how they overlap right there. That works nicely. So now, that's all we needed EV2 for, sadly. Eventually I'll have more stuff. I'm working on getting her a really good legendary weapon. And I'll show that whenever I do eventually get it. But like I said, unfortunately, that's all we needed EV2 for. Thank you very much, Eevee. And we're gonna put Misty Walls back on, just because she needs the experience. And here we go, we're gonna put the, what is it? The obelisk. I really like this thing. You don't need to put the obelisk. Actually, the first time I figured out this strategy and developed it, you know, like, you know, thought of it and put it together and used it and ran it a couple times, tweaked it, you know, got it working well. I used the Abyss Lord's archers. Like, I imagine you can use anything. But I'm gonna put this right about, whoops. Can you, I forgot, you can't turn this one. So we're just gonna have to, like that. So that's gonna cover the blind spot for all the range guys. I know it's not that powerful, but it's still fun to have, you know, just to have it there. Now we're gonna go to our DPS character, my Huntress. We're gonna place down 2 poison dart towers, believe it or not. Just to help, you know, get that poison damage in there. Just like that. And that one we're gonna face like this. Now you may be wondering, well, how come I don't put a tower over here? No, there's not really much point. And we're gonna put a geyser trap here. Now you might think that's kind of pointless. Well, it's not, because I got these set up real nice. I'll show you guys. So my geyser traps have a nice mark equipped to them, a defense crit damage with 2090. That's not like the greatest thing out there, but it's pretty good for my progress in the game. And I have 2 shards equipped. One's called Drenched. Neither of these shards are fully upgraded, by the way. Like, this one's 17 out of 20, this one's 5 out of 16. But I'll still read how effective they can be. The Drench Shard, this is the effect. After your geyser trap drenches an enemy, the next source of damage deals an additional 13% damage. So that's from anything. And with the weapon manufacturers being as strong as they are, and having like a over 20% crit chance I have on them, yeah, that can be very, very helpful. Now, it also has another one called Explosive Surprise. Geyser Trap has a 44% chance to fire an exploding shard, dealing 1050% defense power as damage in an area. Now that is very, very awesome. Because, yeah, these aren't bad and every little bit counts. So we're gonna go over here. And we got a little bit more DU to play with. And then we're gonna, you know, we could either put another geyser trap in over there, over here. But since this one is kind of like no towers or anything, we're definitely gonna put another one in right about there. And I'll show you guys those in this episode, like of them working. So now we're gonna, since we maxed out our limit, we're just gonna distribute the remaining defense units best we can. I'm not gonna worry about the obelisk right away, believe it or not. We're just gonna worry about getting these set up. Alright, so let's just get to it. We're gonna, and also remember to keep a little bit of defense units on you, just for wall repairs. So here comes Gridlock's Horde. Just kind of fire into them. Little tip, if you want to activate that from a distance, just shoot it with the, you know, your ranged DPS character's attack. And these guys are gonna come in like crazy. Gotta be careful not to get hit ourselves. But yeah, you're just gonna sit behind your walls. Keep an eye on all 3 of the lanes. Make sure you know you're not zoning out and forgetting about one and then it goes down. Because even as you've seen, as strong as my walls are, you're taking a bit of a beating. But those weapon manufacturers, they're putting in the work, I tell you, they really help. Then we got the geysers over here, as you can see, just wrecking everyone. There's the explosion. I think that's pretty cool. Like, they don't stand a chance. So, you know, like I said, just stay on top of your wall repairs. Everything will be, you know, pretty much okay. And like I said, if you want to activate those things, just remember you can hit them from afar. You don't always have to run up to them and hit R3. Just gotta make sure to keep those walls alive and everything will be fine and dandy. Just slowly waiting for the last of the enemies now. They're taking their dear sweet time. I could probably even go over here and upgrade this while I'm waiting. Yep. So we got all this stuff. We're gonna run around and collect it real quick. It's always good to have the extra defense units. It's not like we need it, but you know, like I said, it's good to have them. Gonna upgrade our traps here. Upgrade our walls. Because like I said, those are most important. Gonna go over here. Upgrade that again. Upgrade these at least one more time. And now we can upgrade a wall to max, which would probably be best to do this one since it was taking quite a beating. And see, that's why I like the obelisk. It gives you a little shield no matter where you are on the map you're playing, which is pretty nice. And that does that for anybody. So say if there's 4 people, you know, including yourself, so you and 3 of your buddies, and one of you has the mystic and uses that, you're gonna get a shield, which is really nice. Alright, here we go, guys. I know I didn't say very much to you, but you know, I have faith in my defenses because I ran this defense a good bunch of times to make sure, you know, I'm not going to be showing a strategy that's not guaranteed, you know, wins for grinding to get better relics and stuff. And if you're just trying to get a free version of the incursion weapon, right, and you don't want to spend your defender medals, this is one way to definitely grind out and get that better variant you're looking for. So, you know, we're just going to keep an eye on everything, make sure nothing gets too chaotic. And see, that's pretty cool. You could also get those guys. You know, like I said, keep an eye on those walls. They may be strong, but if they get hit by too many kamikaze goblins, they will go down. And if anybody's wondering, yeah, I do still use my Bistlord. He's my crowd control, you know, DPS character. He's not really so much good for bringing down bosses, as I'll show you guys. And also in this episode, this is why I've made the Huntress she's gonna be literally my best DPS character. I already know that. I love playing as the Huntress. She's amazing. The bows are amazing. But I also plan on making, like I said, multiple DPS characters, but this one's gonna be probably my go-to one when I'm, you know, doing serious grinding and I need to tear those bosses down fast. And I love this little kitty cat general. He has a very fast attack rate. I have that the lowest it can be, like meaning he's attacking as fast as he possibly can. His pet damage is almost up there too, like at the max amount. So I'm very happy about that. And I just gotta work on getting him a good ability because he does this blizzard thing, which is, it's not a bad ability. Like, you know, don't get me wrong if there's anybody who watching this video playing DD2. I'll show you his ability here. Blizzard. A blizzard slows nearby enemies for 40% and heals 125% water hero damage per second. Or sorry, bleh, not heals, and deals 125% water hero damage per second for 8 seconds, and the cooldown's 30 seconds. Like, that's a good ability, but, you know, Sparkle Party's even better in my opinion, and that's an ability that does like 1,000 damage of some kind, plus it stuns them for 5 seconds. Like, that's a good crowd control one, but I need something that's really gonna be helpful. But yeah, let's get straight to it, guys. We're gonna upgrade that one. Upgrade that one. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. I'm gonna go over here. Keep upgrading these, you know, so they're putting in lots of damage. Like, we can even upgrade these once more, and then start the next wave. So here we go. We got our first boss coming in. You could always do that to kind of, you know, slow them down. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna sit here, keep an eye on these guys. We know he's coming that way. So we're just gonna go over here, see how these lanes are doing. judging by the mini-map. All those little orange dots on the mini-map are pretty much the kamikazes. So here he is at this barricade, and as you can see, he's tearing it down, even though he's only what? This is a Chaos one, yeah, and he's like, my barricades are maxed out, and he's still doing a good amount of damage to it. So you gotta be, you know, very mindful of wall repairs in all the Chaos tiers. Don't get overconfident. That might cost you the match at the last second, whether you realize it or not. Like over here, this one's already taking lots of damage. And then we got Gridlock here, but see, this is why this is my DPS character, and always will be my favorite, because she's gotten me through a lot. I was never able to chop down bosses' health like that before, so it's very, very helpful. Here goes that awesome shield again. Looks like we got some pet stuff there. Yeah. Always getting more pet stuff. I even bought another bag specifically for pet eggs, just so they can, you know, rot, and I can get all those other materials and start stocking up on those for pet upgrades and evolutions. Because I have a bag, an inventory bag just for pet stuff. And there we go. That's another wave down. Grab that. Run over here. So yeah, if you're somebody, you know, who thinks like spending money on this game is worth it, then and if you don't already have her, definitely get yourself an EV2, you know. That's the Mystic, but you know what I mean. Get an EV2, well worth it. EV2 is not really the greatest for Chaos 2, just so you know, because of the cyborgs, but yeah, believe it or not, that's what they're called. They're called cyborgs. It's basically an orc cyborg, and he can disable traps and auras for 15 seconds, so it kind of renders these things useless considering they're an area of effect aura. I don't know if it's a trap. I'm gonna say it's an aura, you know, in my opinion. But yeah, they can render this useless, so you gotta, you know, resort to what is it? I noticed the Lava Mancer's fissures that he uses to get energy. They also burn enemies in a radius, right? Those can be used to basically, they don't get disabled by the cyborgs. So I don't know if anybody else knew that, but that's something I discovered after a little bit of, you know, using the Lava Mancer's towers and stuff like that in strategies, trying to beat, you know, Chaos 2, which I will be, you know, doing a video on. It's just I want to get, you know, good, you know, surefire win strategies for you guys if you know, you're gonna try them yourselves. Because like I said, these aren't, you know, the go-to strategies. The go-to strategies I recommend. These are just my, like, you know, some of my best strategies for grinding out the Chaos tiers. Because I know everybody's going to want to do grinding if they really enjoy this game to get better gear and relics. So hopefully these will help. And if you're not willing to spend the money on this game, you could always consider basically, what was I going to say? Yeah, you can consider using your defender medals if you save them up. So you don't have to put any money into the game and still enjoy all those other tower varieties and characters and whatnot. So now we got a shield guy over here. As you see, he's getting hit by the, hopefully he's gonna get hit by that geyser there. And boom, look at that. Just because of that one shard in there, he took an amazing amount of damage. We're gonna jump over here. Look at Gridlock standing up there like a cocky little bugger. We're gonna keep an eye on this. Just kind of, you know, shoot a whole bunch of arrows down into this lane too. Now we got a Tusker. And we got a big squishy book. So now this is where staying on top of wall repairs is kind of like an essential thing. Once we find the Tusker, we can bring him down, no problem. And I think he's over there somewhere. Oh no, he's right here. This is the Tusker. So now we're just gonna lay into him. Put a good Phoenix Blast into him, finish him off. And we're gonna keep an eye out for that squishy book. Oh, there's the squishy book. I'm just gonna jump over here. Get real close. Just bring him right down. This is when we can actually make use of the pet ability because we're close to the enemy we're trying to kill. Oh, see, that's why I said it's not a bad one, but I need something that's going to be a little more helpful than that. Got less than 3 to go. Alright, on to the last wave, guys. We're gonna have more defense units than we know what to do with. So that's fully upgraded. All we could do is repair. Ooh, I got a gato egg. Nice. Kitty cat egg. More kitty cats. I like the gatos. They're cute. I like this kitty general. He's real cute. Reminds me of a cat from Alice in Wonderland. Oh, we got more pet stuff over here. So let's see. What else can we do? He's fixed. I believe these are maxed out. Oh yes, we can't forget about our obelisk. Oh no, it's maxed out. Okay. So now we got tons and tons of defense units for wall repair. Now we got a shield goblin coming in somewhere. I think he's coming in from over there. Oh, we got a Grib block making his way down here. Oh, kind of missed there. Gonna put one of those into him. Also gonna keep an eye on that. You know, like I said, always stay on your wall repairs. Finish off Grib block. Then we got a shield goblin somewhere. Where's he at? He's hiding out somewhere. We're gonna find him and bring him down real fast. Just trying to trigger those if I can. Ow, something's shooting me. Stop that. Alright, so far so good. Now it just seems like we got a bunch of them coming in this way. Once we finish them off, it'll be pretty much, that's it. See, that's what we mean. The obelisk can basically randomly bubble up any enemy anywhere across the map you're playing on once it's placed. Very useful blockade and tower, if you ask me. And also, like I said, if you have, you know, you and 3 other buddies playing on a map and you're having trouble, and say you're taking damage and you don't always have time to heal, you know, it'll give you guys a shield every now and then. So there we go. We have more defense units than we know what to do with. Gonna grab that. We're gonna open that. See what else we got. Ooh, another gato egg, which is nice. Collect all these coins. We're gonna go see what we got from the chest here. We got a mark that has 2,104. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm not complaining. I'll probably save that for one of my other characters. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this defense. Well, my strategy here for grinding out Chaos 1, Incursions, Gridlock's Horde. We just annihilated his horde with relative ease. You know, you could probably AFK this with a little bit of tweaking, but who knows? If anybody wants to see me try and come up with some AFK strategies for maps because they're really that, you know, lazy and they want to do a lot of grinding, let me know and I'll, you know, let me know down below in the comments and I'll definitely do that for you guys. I'll come up with some cool combinations that are, you know, different and unique, and you guys can use them and maybe tweak them for yourselves and come up with something new and interesting from there. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed all this. It's been fun, as always. I love playing DD2. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Have an amazing day, everyone.